welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The podcast that's better when you're stoned, but it's okay if you're not. My name is MacDizzle.
I'm Joya.
Let's dive on in.
No, it was close, but
it was perfect in my headphones.
In your headphones, yeah. I bet. It was like a second off for me.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Well, thanks for coming back, guys. Hey, MacDizzle.
What's up? How are you?
I'm freaking good.
Nice.
I'm good. I just got back. I went to Mexico, so that was fun. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Would you like to hear an alarming story that happened to me while I was there?
Yes.
The first night that Adam and I were there, either the first or second night, we went to a strip club, which I'd never been to a strip club in Mexico before. Have you been to a strip club in Mexico?
That seems like a dicey situation.
So
they have, like, donkey shows and stuff, no?
Oh my god, ew. They didn't have that, but we freaking the guy was like, it was like $20 and you get admission for the entire week. So we were like, okay, let's just do it. We can come back if we want to. So we went to the strip club, and immediately when we walked in, like probably half a dozen girls, I'd say like 6 girls, like pounced on us and were like, like trying to claim us immediately as soon as we walked in. And one of them like kind of like grabbed my boobs with both hands and like did like one of these, and I was like, oh my god, like whatever. And I found out
sexual assault. All right.
Yes. Oh, it gets way worse than that.
Oh no.
And so we like had walked in and we needed to get cash. So we like left to go get cash and came back. And when we walked outside, I was like, oh my god, they just grabbed my freaking boobs. And Adam was like, that girl grabbed my dick. Like handful. Yes, like full on grabbed his dick and balls right in the middle of the strip club. So that happened. So that's before we even really get into it. So we get back over there after we got some cash.
And you said, but you know what? But you said, but that's that. We're still gonna go.
No, we're still going. Yeah. I mean, At that point, I was like, okay, this is inappropriate. But I was totally expecting inappropriate. Like, I've heard things about Mexican strip clubs and how they're very different than American strip clubs. And in my head, I'm like, okay, that means it's going to be more fun. So we get over there and we basically got claimed by these 2 girls. Like, there was just 2 of them. They just had to have been the most aggressive, really. Like, I don't think anything else other than they were the ones that were like, those are ours. So I had one on me, Adam had one on him, and this girl's like, okay, so she grabbed my boobs. It was the same girl, grabbed my boobs, was like trying to pull my boobs out, really liked my nipple rings, like loved the fact that my nipples were pierced, and was like trying to like show her friends. So I'm like, oh my god, don't take my tits out in the middle of the strip club, even though there was like hardly nobody really in there. It was like us, the bartenders, and like a group of other girls. And so she's like, oh my god, like trying to show her friends my boobs or whatever. And so I got my boobs grabbed. She licked my nipples. And at any point I could have been like, we're leaving, but I didn't.
Yeah. But she said,
Yeah. I also got my genitals touched over the pants, which I didn't. That definitely, I was like, okay, this is obviously your body has a physical reaction to those things, but I was also like, I'm in public right now. I'm very much not into public sexual relations.
Fondling.
Exactly. Not interested. And so I also, like, Adam's sitting right next to me with this girl on him, and I think the one that got me actually really did want me. She was like very like, not I meant that because sometimes when we go to strip clubs, I feel like the girls just deal with me because they want to be around Adam, because like,
I get you
right. So he's right next to me, and I can like kind of see out of the corner of my eye, like I saw the girl like kind of like touch his pants or whatever. So I'm like, okay, he's getting sexually assaulted as well. So yeah, and I see the girl, like I see her fucking hand go up his pants. And like I said, I'm not saying,
Was he
I'm
wearing
like,
shorts?
yes, he's wearing shorts. So I see her hand go up his shorts and I'm like, oh my God, no fucking way. Like, I thought maybe she was just going to give him like a little, like, you know, like a, like a little pet or something. But apparently not. And then I also see her like bend down. They were doing this thing where they were like because both of them did it to me. They like bent down like by my pussy and were like pretending to like, you know, over the pants. They're trying to like, you know, pretend they're fucking eating my pussy or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I see this girl bend down like to, you know, head by his wiener. And I was like, there is no fucking way right now that she is going to put her mouth on his dick in the middle of the strip club. There's no fucking way. And so apparently she didn't. She didn't. But I was like, oh my God. And then I found out later on, like Adam was like, she was giving me a full on handy underneath it, hand in my shorts. Yes. Full on hand around his wiener. A line was crossed for MacDizzle right there.
Joya, you enabled that.
No, I know. And I totally
like, you enabled your boyfriend to get a hand job from somebody else.
I saw her hand go up his shorts and I was like, no way. That's why I thought she was just gonna do like a little like, you know, I don't know. and yeah, he told me later, he was like, dude, she was full on jacking me off. And like both of us, we came to the, like, I mean, when we talked about it later, I was like, you know, I didn't exactly enjoy, in the moment I was like, okay, yes. But in general, I know I don't want to be somebody getting, you know, touched and fondled and whatever in a public place in front of, you know, a couple dozen people. And he was like, did you think I enjoyed with a fucking stranger with her hand on my dick in a public place? Because I didn't. So yeah, that was the fun sexual assault story.
That was the time you facilitated your boyfriend getting a handy.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, like I didn't know exactly what was going on, details, but I saw her hand go up his shorts. So I'm like, I know what's going on.
Okay, and for everyone who is not watching this and is only listening, she made a very specific motion with her hand when she was describing what she thought was going on. And it was like a little tickle motion with your fingers. Like there's like a little tickle motion with your fingers. And I just don't know what fantasy world were you living in that she was just gonna graze his penis with the tips of her fingers.
I don't know, but I totally yeah. That's like when I saw her bend down, I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. No fucking way. So yeah, anyway. She asked us, sex with me? They bang. They're like fully allowed. Like it's not like a taboo.
Oh
like,
my God.
Ooh, you can if you want to. Don't tell anyone. Like it's like a full on you can fuck them if you want to.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, needless to say, we didn't go back. But you know what?
Did you have the sex?
No, unfortunately.
Too bad.
I know. And the guy, because the manager of the place was like, oh no, yeah, like it's $300, like you can absolutely if you want to, and then all that money goes to them. So whatever you guys decide. So that's nice.
Are we sure about that?
I know, we're not. That's just what he said. But no.
I would ask her. I'd be like, so do you guys actually get to keep all the money? What's the real thing?
Yes, exactly. So but I also on another day in Mexico, I think it was the next day following that, I got drunker than I have ever been in my entire life, and I was not okay physically. I was absolutely throwing up my organs at like 3 p.m.
Oh no.
Naked in the shower.
3 p.m. Joya.
Yes. Yeah. So,
she had a good day.
It was the all-inclusive, so it was like the same thing that we did. It was all-inclusive, except I felt
Yeah.
like the drinks weren't strong enough. And so they were like super sweet and like they didn't feel strong enough. So what we started doing was we'd get a margarita and a shot and we'd pour the shot into the margarita and mix it up to make it like stronger. And so that
That's
day
smart.
I had, well, it was a good idea in theory. And then after a few hours, it was not a good idea and I was really messed up. And I'll share some video content with you, my friend. Sorry to everyone else, but no one will ever know. But Adam took a video of me that I would love to share with you, MacDizzle, because it is fucking very embarrassing and hilarious. So
Oh, Lord mercy. Okay. Well,
yeah.
gorgeous. Today we did have a topic. We do have a topic, and it's not really a topic. We're just going to be reading some Am I the Assholes? Wow, that was a really good intro to everything that's happening. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
Your Wi-Fi seems better today, too.
It seems like it's going in and out faster. Like it's like,
yeah.
So, yeah.
The lag doesn't seem as bad.
Good.
Okay, or maybe we're just getting better.
We're just learning. We're going with the flow better. Well, would you like to take a bong rip together before we get in?
Sure. My shit's not working. Okay. Yeah, let's take a bong rip, a little bong yanni.
If you listening are able to take a bong rip with us, please do. Oh my God, Anna!
Somebody said.
Oh, go ahead.
You finish. You go first.
I was just gonna say that we missed our connecting flight and we had to get on a new one. We were running to the gate and they fucking shut the door as soon as we got there, and I started crying. Anyway, what did somebody say? What were you gonna say?
Somebody was saying today, Marissa, shout out Marissa. She listens to us while she's at the gym. But I can't imagine listening to this. You deserve so much better, Marissa.
Oh my God, at the gym. That's pretty fucking funny, to be honest.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fucking A. Well, yeah, just imagine listening to that, us coughing in unison at the gym. Be like,
really gets you through that really gets you through those sets.
Yeah. Imagine that's like what's happening in your very last one, and you're just really trying to push through, and it's just us yeah.
Oh, all right. Do you want to read the first one?
Yeah, would love to. The title says, "Am I the asshole for glaring at a mom in a restaurant?" And I just want to say before we even start, yes.
No.
Yes, you are. Okay. Hang on.
I glare at moms all day for no reason. Just you had kids. Glare.
That makes you an asshole.
All right. I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Okay. The other day, my boyfriend and I were out to lunch. The restaurant was a casual place, but not actively kid-friendly or anything, just a pretty normal restaurant. While we were eating, a family with a little girl, probably about 5 or 6 months or so, came in. Once they got seated, the baby started screaming. Not upset screaming, but that super high-pitched, ear-piercing, I like the echo that my voice makes, in quotes, screaming that kids sometimes do. I find that particular noise to be one of the most high-pitched sounds ever. The thing that got me, though, is that the parents did nothing, all caps, to try to distract the baby or entertain her in other ways so she wouldn't scream. They literally just had a conversation at a higher volume so they could hear each other over the baby, and they just ignored her. The mom caught me glaring at them and very angrily said, "What? Babies make noise. Get over it." My BF and I were there for maybe another half an hour, and this baby screamed almost the whole time, and not once did the parents try to interact with her or get her to stop. Was I the asshole for glaring at her? Before people come for me, no, I do not have children, but I absolutely love kids and have worked in childcare or have been a substitute teacher at different times throughout my life. Also, I would have had zero issue with anything if the parents were actively trying to quiet their children down. Like, I understand that, of course, kids make noise, and sometimes nothing the parents do will work, but that doesn't mean the parents shouldn't be trying. So I actually take back my initial reaction, and I don't think this person is the asshole.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I'm going to defend this family because, first of all, you have no idea what somebody's going through. You have no idea what that couple's going through. They could be in the midst of something crazy, and you have no idea what somebody's going through. And so I try not to pass too much judgment on small interactions. If I consistently see someone mistreating something, I can obviously be like, that's not okay. You need to do this. But
yeah,
you don't know what's happening in somebody's life based off of a 30-minute interaction with them.
Right. Well, and I think that could be the precursor for this entire fucking thing.
Yeah. And also, when you're going out and you're when you're going out and you're eating it like in a public setting, you just need to be prepared for the shit to hit the fan too. Honestly,
yes, definitely, absolutely.
You just need to be ready for that. If you don't,
yeah, you do. It makes. I mean, you're going out in public. You're going to be subjected to the elements, to whatever the fuck is going on in the world. So, but I also feel like, and when at the beginning they said it was like a 5 or 6 month old baby, which is like fucking brand new. That's like a very young baby. So these people might be brand new parents. Like, they might have, no idea what the fuck they're doing, which happens to a lot of people. But also knowing that, or them saying that the parents didn't do anything at all, that kind of, I don't like that.
We also don't know the state of this baby. Maybe this baby came out and they diagnosed it as deaf, and they know that, the baby just can't hear itself, and so it does this. Or, we literally have no idea. There's a million different things. I understand, like, you should try to console your child, but
especially
I'm so good at minding my own business. I'm so good at it.
Yeah. Well, but I do know that, because you know how parents do that, where they can tone out their own kid. Like, they can, is that the right word? Tone out? Whatever. They can, their kid, tune it out. That's what I meant. Thank you. But I also, I feel like because you wouldn't take your dog to a restaurant and just let it bark the whole time. Like, you'd be like, I'm sorry, he barks a lot, or like, it's okay, like, whatever. Like, I feel like if you're bringing something that's noisy, like a baby, out into the world, I feel like you should, be like considerate of the people around you to an extent. Like, sometimes there is nothing you can do, but
yeah. I would say so. Honestly, I could see myself doing this. I could see myself getting mad at somebody and glaring at them for not taking care of their baby, because I judge people, even though I'm sitting here on my high horse, like, don't judge people. You don't know what they're going through. Like, I'm not in the situation dealing with it, and I could react very differently in that moment. And so I'm in the middle here. I'm in the middle. I think if you're going and you're dining out, you need to be aware that people aren't aware. People aren't socially aware. People aren't just kind and courteous. People in general are not that. And so for you to expect that, life is going to be hard for you.
You're right.
Yeah. But on that same note, I can definitely see myself getting annoyed and throwing a look or two.
Yes.
Because that's lame.
Dude, and you know what? It reminds me of, I posted a while ago, at least a couple years ago, before COVID, there was a baby screaming on the plane. Like, we hadn't even taken off yet, and the kid was like screaming, and I posted a story and was like, sound up. Because nobody wants to be around a screaming baby, whether you have compassion or not. Nobody wants to be around a screaming baby.
It's annoying. It's a terrible sound.
Yes, it's fucking yes. So I posted that story, and I had, like, I say a bunch of people. It was probably like, 5 or 6 people. It really wasn't that much. That were like, you have no idea, how dare you, like, imagine being that mom, and like, yeah, in that sucks. I cannot imagine being that mom, having a freaking screaming baby on you, and basically, you're responsible for that extreme discomfort that everyone else is feeling. But also, it's like, nobody wants to be around a screaming baby, and I'm allowed to be
what's
like,
funny is
that's annoying.
I've been the child of the mom with the screaming baby. My mom flew with my sister. We were moving to the United Arab Emirates, and so we had a long-ass flight. At the very beginning of the flight, my mom got a glass of wine, and my sister was having a hissy fit, kicking, screaming, crying, kicked the glass of wine all over her and, like, somebody next to her. Yeah.
Oh my God. That does not make me annoyed for anyone but your fucking mom. That is like, oh my God. And then you're in public and you just like, you're in your head, you're like, oh my God.
Bro, and I'm just like the little girl who knows how annoyed everyone is, and I'm just like,
you're like, I'm not with them. Oh my God.
I would try to help, but I don't know how.
Yeah,
it was traumatizing. Just don't have kids.
Yeah, there's a solution. But you know what? Yeah. And this person's like, I love kids. I've worked with kids. I can totally relate to that. As someone who really does love kids, there has been absolutely several times where I've been like, damn, that kid's fucking annoying. Like, kids just do annoying things for no reason, just to do things.
Yeah.
And coming from someone who literally loves kids, I love to be around kids. I think they're great. But they're fucking annoying sometimes. So, yeah.
Yeah, very that. All right, so this is kind of a long one. Do we have enough time for it? 21 minutes? I think we do. We have enough time for me to read it. Okay. No. All right. Am I the asshole for hiring a babysitter even though I'm at home? I'm already going to say no.
Yeah.
I grew up with a nanny and my mom lived at home. So I'm just like, no, my mom's not an asshole. How dare you?
Yeah. Are you calling my mom an asshole?
you talking about my mom? Okay. So it says, my husband, 38, and I, 35, have a 10-month-old baby. He is currently a stay-at-home dad because he works in politics, so his work is cyclical. Whatever. I know he's really busy all day at home. However, the second I step through the door from my full-time job, he hands me the baby and he's, quote unquote, off the clock. Most weekends, all I do is take care of our son because my husband says that's his time off. This has resulted in me basically never getting a break. Whenever I'm not working at my actual job, I'm taking care of our son or doing chores. I have asked my husband repeatedly to at least split some of the work on the weekends, but he refused and said that he does that Monday through Friday, and it's my job when I'm at home. It's not like he doesn't do any chores during the week, but most of his days consumed by taking care of the baby, and so a lot of things like laundry get left to the weekend, aka me. I'm so burned out. I told my husband I wanted to hire a babysitter on the weekends so I could just have a break for a few hours, and he said it was a huge waste of money. This past weekend, while he went out with friends, I hired a babysitter, and I literally just took a nap. He got home while she was still there, woke me up, told me I was throwing our money down the toilet. He said I need to figure out how to juggle between being a working mom. I refuse to apologize for hiring the sitter and plan to do it again. We are currently not speaking except for necessities related to the baby. Am I the asshole here?
Absolutely.
Hold your ground, sister.
Not. No. Yes. That is literally how disrespectful and unbelievable. I understand wanting to save money on a babysitter. Then that person, her husband, needs to fucking put his time and effort in. If you want to save the money.
Literally. Well, it's just like, yeah, hold your ground, sister. Hold your fucking ground. There's no reason that you shouldn't be able to hire somebody to help you out. Like, are you kidding me?
Yes.
And also you work full time. So what the fuck do you mean throwing money down the drain? If you're worried about throwing money down the drain, get a better job, bro.
Yeah.
Make more money then, bro. It's capitalism, dog.
Seriously, like that's what. Yes, if there's no budget for it whatsoever, then that's one thing, because then you have to be careful with what you're doing.
He's speaking from a place of privilege and having the privilege of not having to work remotely, or like not having to work right now. Like he literally gets to just hang out with a baby all day. Not that that's easy. I know that taking care of a baby all day is very hard work, but it's not like he has to go to work and then do that.
Yeah, definitely.
He's on a break right now.
So I guess I must have missed that. So he doesn't work?
So he is in politics, so his work is cyclical. He's off right now. He's at home.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, that is very fucking
Men are trash.
Oh my God, like that is so frustrating. So you're telling me that your wife works all week and you're still complaining about
Well, it's the fact that she asked him to just do 50-50 on the weekends with her. Like, look, I'm home, not working, do 50, and he said, no, this is my time off. You have to do everything. That's bad.
Insane. Oh my God.
I hate that.
So no, you are not the asshole, girl. What's her name?
You are not.
Vegetable Art 8383. You are not the asshole.
Confirmed. You are not the father nor the asshole.
Period. Dang, should I go get a snack too?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Your turn to read one, baby.
Okay. This one is it's a little longer than the others, so.
Okay.
Okay, the title is, Am I the Asshole for Calling My Sister Immature for Bringing Up Periods During Lunch? Okay. It says he's M19, so male 19. He's a boy. I come from a very traditional family. In my family, men are meant to provide and protect, while women are meant to nurture children. Boo, tomato, tomato, tomato.
Oh, you're off to a bad start.
There is absolutely no discussion of, quote, shameful subjects, like anything related to periods or sex. I've thankfully grown out of this mindset.
Why is sex or periods shameful?
Yes, dude. And the person put quotations, like trying to make it seem like they're separated from this belief. No, you're not. So shut up. I've thankfully grown out of this mindset, and I don't speak with my family or associate with most of my family, especially my sister, female 30. Mercy, quotes, whatever that means. The only exception to this is my dad, who is rather level-headed compared to the rest of my family. My dad invited my girlfriend, Grace, and me for his informal birthday lunch. I was a bit hesitant to attend with Grace, but my dad assured me that everyone would be respectful. I'm assuming that sometime during the lunch, Grace asked Mercy for a tampon because Mercy, while we're eating, tells everyone that Grace, quote, shamefully asked her for a tampon in private. This made me extremely uncomfortable, and the lunch turns awkward, but Mercy keeps going. She tells me that I, quote, brought home a whore. I'm assuming this has to do with the whole belief that tampons make you unclean and impure, unlike pads, and that she was, quote, a grossly unprepared woman. Jesus Christ. It was dead silent after Mercy finished speaking. Yeah. Dude, holy shit. It was dead silent after Mercy finished speaking. Everyone was glaring at Grace, and she was obviously very embarrassed and had tears in her eyes. She got up, thanked my dad for the invitation, and went to wait in the car. I was just about to follow her.
Like, fuck y'all.
I know. Like, oh my God, what a fucking bitch. He says he's just about to follow her, but Mercy scoffed and made a comment about how sensitive Grace must be and how she can't handle constructive criticism about her lifestyle habits. All she did was ask her for a tampon. Literally, wow. Okay. I'm not sure what came over me, but I was very angry at this point. I thanked my dad for the invite and told Mercy that she was gross for bringing up Grace's period at the dining table when she could have just shut up and not acted immaturely. Then I left and took Grace home. Even though I only said this to Mercy, I'm sure everyone heard me because afterwards I got a few texts saying, if your girlfriend was more prepared, then this wouldn't happen, etc. Days after the dinner, Mercy is still very annoyed with me, and my dad thinks I shouldn't have said anything and that Grace and I spoiled the day for everyone. I usually wouldn't care, but I do feel responsible for Mercy's behavior toward Grace after the dinner. I also feel bad for ruining my dad's birthday. This says edit. I'm not mad at Mercy for bringing up periods. I'm mad that she brought up my girlfriend's period specifically, then talked about it.
Okay. First of all, if you want to kill your whole family, I understand. You know, put that aside. If you don't want to do that, you definitely need to cut them all the fuck off.
Yes. They sound like horrible people. Like horrible.
No, truly. Like really bad.
Yes. Could you imagine? I just cannot imagine the absolute mortification. Is that the word? Like, I just cannot imagine how unbelievably embarrassed the girlfriend must have been. And the sister is 30, I want to say. I think he said that the sister's 30. Yes. And he's 19 and the girlfriend was 18.
That's insane. A grown me yelling at a little girl.
Exactly. And calling her a grossly unprepared woman because she didn't have a fucking tampon. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god.
That's actually really insane.
That's very sad.
So I'm just wondering, like, is he projecting?
Is he projecting or is the sister projecting?
Is she? Yeah, like what?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way that you can be so mean to somebody like that and just embarrass the shit out of them in front of the whole family. But also it seems like the sister's right on par with the rest of the family because
yeah. And also, like, I don't
agreed.
think that's something you need to be embarrassed about, though. Like,
at all.
What a weird thing to make someone feel bad about. Like, something that is literally out of your control. And any woman knows that it is impossible to be prepared at all times for a period. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Things
Absolutely.
happen.
Yeah. And
sometimes
it's such
you
a
don't want to be
regular...
rolling around with a Rolodex full of...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it's so regular. It happens to everyone with a uterus. Mostly everyone with a uterus gets a period, and it is something that happens all the fucking time. So how and why would you be so embarrassed? I understand if you don't want the entire restaurant to know. That's totally understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. But like, that's just so that family making her feel awful about something that is like so normal, and that's really sad. That makes me feel really bad.
You didn't ruin the dinner. Your fucking sister did.
Fuck, Mercy's a fucking bitch. I didn't even realize that was her name at first when I was reading it. I'm like, okay, quote
What a
Mercy.
terrible name.
Yeah, like didn't make sense.
Oh, weird. I don't like the title of this. Am I the asshole for not wearing a bra in public around my dad? Oh, I hate how this is starting. I, 18, just had an argument with my dad. He strongly thinks that I should be wearing a bra or something under my shirt because he's embarrassed walking around with me in public. I told him that's none of my business, making him feel comfortable by allowing him to police what I wear. He said that I'm getting defensive over nothing, but I don't think it's fair to demand me wear something for his sake when it's my body. Because I refused to agree, he said he refused to take me anywhere in public unless I do what he wants. I yelled and told him that I can't control other people's emotions and there will always be someone who dislikes what I do with myself, so it shouldn't matter if I wear a bra or not. He got angry and told me that being stubborn is disrespectful to him because he has bent over backwards to help me get on my feet as an adult. He's provided me with a roof over my head and food to eat while helping me get a driver's license and job, all for free in the meantime. So I'm honestly at a loss here. Am I the asshole? Oh, is it that hard to wear a bra around your dad?
I mean, I wear a bra around my dad all the time because my nipples are pierced, but I don't know. I think it's
like, I understand wanting to be like free in your body and being like, fuck society and whatever, but like when you're with your dad, you can't just do him a solid Like, that's just weird to me that you don't want to. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't like looking at people staring at his daughter's nipples, and that makes him uncomfortable. And I think it's fair for him to feel uncomfortable about other people staring at his daughter's chest. Okay?
Yeah.
If you don't care about that, that's fine. Go do that when you're out and about and on your own. But when you're with your dad, just fucking put on a bra. Like, that's a weird hill to die on. It's a weird hill. Like, I totally support, like, being in charge of your body. It's not your job to worry about other people's emotions about you. But are you fucking kidding me? A bra around your dad in public? That's not. You act like he's asking you to fucking, like, wear a chastity belt. Like, relax.
Okay, but
put
also,
your booby holders on.
Let's not be
Go
like,
ahead.
you're acting like it was, because they did used to make people do that. So I don't want to be like, you're acting like it's as worse as it could, or as bad as it could possibly be, and it's like, that's not what we should be comparing ourselves to. I feel like I agree that I mean, I have no problem wearing a bra around my dad. Also, he told me when I was like 9 years old, was one of the first times that I didn't feel sexualized at the time, but as I got older and realized what like sexualization of children looks like, I was definitely like, whoa, that's what that was. Because my dad was like, you need to put a bra on. Like, if you're going somewhere, you need to put something on. And he wasn't like rude about it, or, you know, he didn't make me feel gross.
He probably didn't want people looking at you as older than you were. And this girl's also 18.
Yeah.
Like,
so, I mean, I agree. I just can't imagine a world in which I would be not wanting to wear a bra around my dad, but I don't wear a bra very frequently otherwise.
Yeah.
So,
no, like, I'm totally, if you want to go out in public with no bra, like, that is totally fine. Like, I totally support that. Like, it is not your job to worry about what other men think about you or what other people think about you. It is not your job. However, it's
your dad,
it's just, while you're out with your dad, while you're out with him, like, whatever, like, really, it's that big of a deal. Or just wear a hoodie or something, like a double shirt. It's something. There's so many workarounds.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know. I would love to live in a world where it didn't matter at all, and there are places in the world where it doesn't matter at all. Yeah, but
unfortunately, your dad doesn't want to watch perverts stare at your body in public. That makes him uncomfortable, and he has every right to feel that way.
That makes sense when you put it like that. And then we just get to the bigger issue of like, you know, that's, you know, the perverts shouldn't be looking at her, but you can't tackle perversion in, you know, one trip to the grocery store or whatever. So
no, you can't. You cannot. You can't tackle all of perversion.
So okay.
So she's
looking
kind of
good here.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness. Okay. This one's titled, Am I the Asshole for Changing My Daughter's Middle Name While My Wife Was Asleep? Okay. My wife
bad.
And I
know.
What
was it?
My wife and I just had our second child, a baby girl. When we had kids, we decided I would name the first boy and she would name the first girl. The only thing we didn't agree on was middle names. My wife decided because she'd carried the children, she would decide both of their middle names. Fair. She wanted to pass on a family tradition on her mother's side and wanted to pass on her paternal grandmother's middle name as well. Our first child, a boy, has the family traditional middle name from her mother's side. It's a unisex name that always goes to the firstborn child. At first, I didn't care about the middle names, but while my wife was pregnant with our second, my grandmother passed. I asked her if we could give the baby my grandmother's middle name, and she said no. Okay. We fought, but I gave up. Until the nurse came in with the papers to name the child. My wife was passed out asleep, and the nurse just asked if we had a name picked out. I said yes and filled out the form with my grandmother's middle name. When my wife woke up an hour later, I decided to tell her the truth immediately instead of hiding it. She was pissed. Yeah. We got into a huge fight, and she claimed she'd be changing it, but she can't because you need both parents to sign off on a name change. It's been 3 days and my wife is giving me the silent treatment along with her visiting family. Even my family said it was a cruel thing to do while she was asleep. Am I the asshole?
Do you have to ask that? Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 the asshole.
And that's like a big deal. Like your kids, even though it's not their first name, like that's your kids and they're going to have that for their entire life. Like that's something that everyone needs to agree on.
And what's also is like he not only did he do that while she was asleep, now he's doubling down and not agreeing to change it. He's saying, no, I won't let you change it because you need the 2 signatures. That's fucked up. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No, you are 10 out of 10 a terrible person. 0 stars for you. No, like, ew. Ew.
Yeah. I don't know if this is like a thing, but there is a label at the top of that one that says asshole in red. And I don't know if that person has been dubbed.
They've been dubbed an asshole. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It sounds like it.
Oh my gosh. This is only from 3 days ago. Holy shit. I wonder if, wow.
It's constant new content on there. It's, this kind of reminds me of, Fuck My Life.
Yes.
Did you ever go on?
Dude, yes. They had so much funny stuff on there. Oh my God. Today's kids will never know.
They will never fucking know. All right. Woo, we're on good track.
We want to take a bong rip?
Embarrassing. Okay. You take one right now while I read this.
Okay, perfect.
Just mute your mic.
Beautiful.
Okay. Am I the asshole for embarrassing a mother in front of her kids? I, 27 male, am very close to my sister, Sarah, 26 female. Sarah was diagnosed with severe autism when she was young. She is a super sweet person, and I am very protective of her. My parents love my sister, but they struggled with taking care of her after I moved out. When I graduated college, I got a job and found an amazing 2-bedroom townhome. I let Sarah have the bigger room where she was super happy. Sarah does work part-time at a grocery store helping with bagging groceries. Sarah has been talking about going out to dinner to her favorite burger restaurant. We went out to dinner and we were seated in a booth. I helped Sarah with ordering food, and she really liked the music that the restaurant was playing. When Sarah is bored or hears music that she likes, she starts to rock and make noise. There was a mother with her 2 kids behind our table, and the kids were seated behind Sarah. They kept staring at her and making fun of her while she was rocking, then asked their mother why Sarah was rocking, and their mother says, oh, she's one of those that require more help. She also said a word that I do not like hearing or saying. I don't know. But after we finished our meal, I stopped by her table and said, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear what you said about my sister. My sister is autistic, and I do not appreciate you saying that word. We walked out of the restaurant, and the mother follows us out, shouting at me for embarrassing me in front of the kids. No. Am I the asshole for embarrassing her in front of the kids? No.
No freaking way. That makes me so sad. If the mom said she's one of the children that needs more attention or needs more help or something like that, I feel like that's actually a pretty appropriate thing to say. So you could have
but I think she might have had could have had an expletive delete. She is one of those blanks that require more help.
R word, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Now I get it.
Guess
that's a completely different, completely different situation, completely different statement.
Yeah.
So no, that person is not the asshole.
And you're definitely never an asshole for correcting somebody either.
Absolutely.
A person who isn't an asshole is going to be grateful for that correction. Like if somebody overheard me saying something and they were like, hey, by the way, that's wrong, I'd be like, thank you so much for correcting me. I'm really sorry if that hurt you in any way.
Absolutely.
Like that's what a decent person does.
Absolutely.
Not chases somebody out for embarrassing them. What a weird thing to teach your kids.
Yes, like, what the fuck? That is very fucking weird for embarrassing me in front of my kids. Bitch, fuck you.
Weird.
How about I punch you in the face? I bet that'll be really fucking embarrassing for your kids. Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
The title is, Am I the asshole for being mad at my boyfriend for going to a party without me, or going to party without me? So my
Yes.
boyfriend.
No, you're not. Fuck him.
No, this bitch. So my boyfriend got invited to a birthday party. I didn't really want to go because I don't care for the people that were going to be there. In parentheses, a bunch of younger girls who all hate me because they all have a crush on my boyfriend and they are jealous of me. End parentheses. He knew how I felt about him going out by himself, but he gave me the old line, I won't go if you really don't want me to. In other words, I'm the jerk if I don't let him go. So I let him go because I don't want to be the untrusting girlfriend. He told me he would go for only 2 hours. He ended up staying the entire time and getting home very late. Am I the asshole for being pissed off at him about this? It sounds
Every
like there
fiber in
needs.
my body is saying no.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need some more context of this relationship because,
Yeah.
and of also the people, a bunch of younger girls who hate me and are all, you need to be, if you're hanging out with people who don't like your partner or who are jealous of your partner, who are like romantically interested in you, that's inappropriate. If you know
That's a
that,
problem.
yeah. And at the very least, it's making your girlfriend really uncomfortable. So, because there's times where
Yes.
like Adam gets invited to something or we get invited to something and I'm like, dang, I actually don't really want to go to that. But I've never been in a situation where I've been like, I feel like those people, want you and that's why I don't want to go or hate me or whatever.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like she's a very jealous person too, because this sounds like just the way that she worded it. They're all younger and they're jealous of
they
me
hate
and like my
me.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, we don't actually know these things to be fact. Like, maybe they're a little
Mhm.
cold to you because you have that idea of them and they're in your head, and so they're
Yeah.
picking up on that energy, and so they're not nice to you. Like,
Mhm.
maybe you
Mhm.
wrote in there feeling insecure and making assumptions about these people. They might
Yeah.
not even give a fuck about your boyfriend. They might be gay. Who knows? Like, literally, like, I
Maybe.
bet she doesn't
They
even,
might
like,
be. Yeah, I mean,
Anyways, I don't know.
I also, I mean, I still think that if you are super uncomfortable with some people that your partner hangs out with, then
Yeah.
they need to take that into consideration. And if they, I mean, like, if they need to be communicating with their friends, like my girlfriend feels like you don't like them, and that's not okay. I mean, like, you can't have that. So somebody needs to do some communicating here. Somebody needs to do something.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are you the asshole?
I don't know.
Nah. I'm gonna go with nah. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend that I don't like his family? 25 female. I have been with my boyfriend, 26 male, for 3 years. Because of the pandemic, I've only met his family a handful of times, 3 or 4, although he's very close to his parents. 2 of those times we've stayed for long weekends at their house. I haven't really got a great impression of them. They're polite to me, but there are a few things I find annoying. 1, they really baby my boyfriend, who is an adult. For example, they won't let him wash anything up or tidy, but expect me to, despite being me being a guest. Ugh. 2, they have pretty antiquated, wrong ideas about my career, which they then state as a fact and expect me to engage with these dumb opinions. I don't want to give away my career, but it's like, for example, meeting a plastic surgeon who repairs cleft lips and then asking them, don't you find it unfulfilling just doing nose jobs all day? 3, they have pretty boring / safe tastes in where they travel and what they eat, and then they try to tell us what to do. 4, they give my boyfriend terrible investing advice. In my opinion, honesty is the way forward in relationships. So the last time he asked me if I wanted to stay with them for the weekend, I declined, and I said I don't really enjoy spending time with them. I told him I thought they were nice parents and he should go see them, but as I don't really get along with them, I'm going to spread out my visits. My boyfriend has been really upset with me ever since, and he said he was disappointed I wasn't making more effort. My argument is that it's better for everyone if I space out the time between seeing them so I don't get annoyed. Am I the asshole?
I don't know, because
It's
those
kind of
things are
tough.
fucking. That is really tough. Those things are definitely fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, here's my thing. I went to Philly to meet Rajul's parents and all of that stuff, and I stayed in a hotel. And I think they might have taken like a little offense to that I wanted to stay in a hotel. I don't know for a fact, but I do know they're like, "You're staying in a hotel? Why?" They were kind of like, "Why are you doing that?"
Did he stay with
But
you, or did he
yes,
stay
he stayed
there?
with me
Oh,
too.
okay. Yeah.
No, he stayed
Okay.
with me too. And then when I left, he stayed with them.
Mm.
So, but I think it was really good because I had like a safe space to go home to and just be authentically me, because I feel like, when I'm around
Yes.
parents and other stuff like that, like I'm just being like a watered down version of myself, you know?
Yes, absolutely.
But I don't know. I
And
feel like this person is kind of being the asshole a little bit.
I
Like you
think
can find
there's
a workaround for it.
there's some assholeness to it, because I mean,
There's some Go ahead.
I feel like there has to be a level of like, if you are going to be with that person for however long, and staying with family, that's a totally, I definitely, like, Adam's parents tell us all the time that we could stay at their house, and I'm like, I wouldn't necessarily mind staying there, but I also don't want to feel like I'm invading someone's space, even if they invited me in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
like, I don't want to make them feel like there's somebody on top of them, even if they're like, yeah, you guys can come stay. I'm like, it's
Yeah,
not
no,
like,
it's very that. It's very that. And it's also like I
yeah,
don't want people like just uncomfortable with my movements in their home, Like I don't want them to be like,
exactly.
like anything. I'm just so anxious that just having my
No,
own space to
yeah,
sleep is, you know.
I completely agree. Yeah, but what I was going to say was that I feel like I mean, if you don't have fun, at the very least, have a little bit of fun with your family. That's, your partner's, with not your family, but your partner's family. Like, that's a big issue. I mean, it would be a really big issue for me. Like, I don't necessarily want to live with Adam's family, be around them 24/7. Like, I don't want to be with my family all the time, but I at least, like, I do actually enjoy spending time with them. And that, I feel like you need
Mhm.
to at least, like, enjoy having, dinner or something. Like, I don't know, there needs to be some level of like, I do actually kind of like these people, because if you want to be with that person, you're going to be seeing them, even if you space your visits out.
Yeah.
You're going to be seeing
Yeah.
them for a long time. So,
Yeah. So I think I think it's only 3 years. You got eternity, until they die. So it's you're gonna have to tough this out. So I think you're a little bit of the asshole.
I
A
think that
little bit
person
of the
is a little
asshole.
bit of the asshole. Because I also like the way that they're like, I mean, they baby my boyfriend who's an adult. That's pretty fucking annoying. And being expected to
That is
clean when
annoying as
they,
fuck. That is
yes,
annoying as fuck. But
yes, for sure.
here's the thing. I've dealt with parents who I don't like before. Not in this
Yeah,
situation, but in like past
yeah,
relationships. I've definitely dealt with parents who like that I just don't like as people, but put that aside.
yeah.
Put that
I
the fuck
mean,
aside, and I spent the time that I needed to there. Like I just made sure that it was enough.
right,
But
exactly.
I
Which I
also
feel like,
I
yeah,
didn't tell my
exactly.
significant other like I hate your mom.
Yeah, I don't enjoy spending time with them, so I'm gonna space my visits out. Like, that's actually kind of like, dude. I mean, yeah, I don't think my family is definitely not perfect, and I don't want to be around them all the time either. But I think if Adam was like, yeah, I just don't really like them, so I don't want to go this
Bro,
time.
I'd be hurt. I'd be like,
I
what the
would
fuck?
be too. Like, dang, that's actually like, that sucks. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
One more.
Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. The title is, Am I the Asshole for Liking an Instagram Post? This
Yes.
sounds a little, I was going to say, this sounds, for liking an Instagram post, I already know you downplayed the situation. So, okay. My 20-year-old girlfriend, oh wait, he's 20, the girlfriend's 19. My girlfriend of 2 years has been pretty uptight about stuff, and I totally understand. It can sometimes become a bit overwhelming, but I totally get why. I liked an Instagram post of a girl 2 days ago, and she hasn't talked to me since. When she confronted me, she said, quote, "Figure out why I'm mad, bye," and ended the FaceTime call. I was confused because I had no clues or know-how of why she was upset, so I kept being persistent, and she told me I liked a post of a girl on Instagram. I promptly unfollowed and unliked the post, and my girlfriend hasn't talked to me for nearly 2 days. She has been upset about this before, so I unfollowed all the girls I wasn't close with on Instagram. Did I do something wrong? Am I the asshole? I think you guys are children. That's like,
You're
figure out why I'm
fucking
mad,
kids,
bye.
first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. But second of all, if this has been an issue before, why are you still doing it?
How is it
know?
a continuous issue, right? Exactly. But also the girlfriend saying figure out why I'm mad by, that is like, oh my gosh, you are a
very
freaking
immature.
child. Yeah.
Very immature. Because she could just healthily say, like, look, it makes me uncomfortable when you do these things for A, B, C, and D.
Exactly.
You know?
So don't do them, stop doing them, or I am going to continuously be uncomfortable and upset. So it's really easy to
Yes.
do that. But yeah, you know what? Mackenzie and I have talked about this before, and I feel like there is a level of like respect that goes into a relationship. Like, if your partner does something, whether it be liking a picture on Instagram or anything else, that makes you uncomfortable, first of all, you have a responsibility to tell your partner that is upsetting you, which this girl did not do. And second of all, your partner, or you have a responsibility to your partner to do what you can to make it either that they aren't uncomfortable with whatever it is. If it's something that you need to do, which some people are ridiculous, like you working with this person makes me uncomfortable or whatever. Like there's some things that you just have to do that aren't liking someone's picture on Instagram. But your partner, you have a responsibility to be like, okay, what can I do to make this person feel more comfortable, or to stop doing whatever it is that you're doing that's making them uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, very that. So. And I feel like he was like halfway there in trying to like remedy the situation. He did pretty well, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's all muddled. You're both little assholes.
Yeah, I think so. Because yeah, I mean, it's like, why has this happened more than once? Like, why is it continuously happening?
You know. So. All right, well, I think that's all we got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed it. We will see you guys next week for another fucking episode.
Oh my god. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
I like that one too. We'll have to do it again.
Comment as you guys are listening, if you're able to, if you're not driving or whatever, if you're not at the gym. Comment which whether you think these people are the asshole. Yeah. Who's the asshole?
Say like 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great fucking day.
You rock.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thanks, guys. See you next week.